don't see this is CAD 899. This takes about 5 million. I don't know. This is my desktop. OBS wasn't working, so up top we're running CAD 899. You don't see because the shadow play doesn't allow me to do that. Every time I use OBS, whenever I was doing what I was doing, it kept freezing. I'm not sure why. Anyways, I was talking about going with Systems Lab, or can't run it. I mean, so same thing. So Google or Yahoo, type in can, you run it, and then it's the System Requirements Lab.com. That's the website actually for it. And it'll be gray up top, and run it. Cool. Alright, this is it. My specs, kind of a couple things. So here's games that I've recently basically, now when you first time, it'll ask you if you want to manually or have it download something, and then it'll scan your PC. Once you do that, it'll download something, and then from there I'll have your specs, so you won't have to, it'll just automatically show you if you get the game. I recommend doing that way. It tells you for you, and tells you what you have as well. Kind of nice. Don't be fooled if you do get this. Just look at what it tells you, and maybe it has a low game sense or computer sense, but I'll show you that in a second. So here, you can either hit the arrow and scroll down until you get to your game you want, or if you know the game you're looking for, you type it. Has a couple common games on the side, but for instance, Call of Duty 4. Let's say you're interested. Bam, click that. You click the can you run it. For you, you might have to download something. Right, you know. I'll usually have a little thing here. Add. You can turn the sound off or something if it comes up. I usually do. So me, it's I can't run it. And you come down here and it tells you, probably the same thing. I'm guessing, right? So come here, minimum. You start going down, and usually like video card will have the red there, and then in here the red, and at least before it used to. So it'll tell you why not. Now it doesn't. So it just tells me right here. Sorry, this is again other thing, and it's so that's what whatever this is. Like a 3D acceleration or something. 3D hardware accelerator. I might not even be able to quite know what my card is or what it has, so maybe that's why I give you a card on this particular specs. Also, here is a question. It means it doesn't know. It tells you firstly it was not available, so maybe you may not work. I have Windows 10 right now. Even when I have 7, as well as 8, it all works. So they all work. Takes a little bit to get a game sometimes, but it works. Like I said, so this could be what it says. I know how, I probably do or whatever. The game itself, I don't think that you need it. It might be free later. Everybody else is recommended, and it tells you recommended stuff. So you can sit which generates from 6600 PTX. That's a really old card, by the way. 66,000 or 6,600 or 6,600. Right, when it's 7,800. Now I have a. It tells right a 965. That's new. It's kind of funny that it looks higher than this, but this actually they like dropped a 0 at the end with their new series. So it'll tell you if you can't. Recommended usually means you could max out the settings and still play the game. That's resolution, graphics, everything. Minimum, and usually hit 60 frames per second. Minimum, usually you got the dub down. Now you might be in between, so then you can play with the graphics and go medium or something. But if you barely hit the minimum or just hit the minimum or everything, you can play the game, but probably at 30 frames per second, and everything has to be on the lowest and the resolution kind of low. So Yeah, but that's what all you do is click and do back here. So like, and then sometimes you have to give or take. Now all the games I put, even the Black Ops 3, if it doesn't have the rec, some of the games don't have it. Counter-Strike, that's because the game developers don't put it right. They just put, hey, here's the minimum to play the game. Usually play pretty decent. If they don't have the recommended, you're usually gonna play it pretty good with minimum whole game. So don't be fooled if it doesn't have it. So here at Battlefield 3, for instance, I have both, so it doesn't matter. Recommended as well and everything. But let's say you hit minimum but not quite rec, or then like I said, maybe your graphics card is recommended, but not your CPU, or vice versa. Maybe your CPU needs both, but not your graphics. If you look at reg, see right here, GTX 560, or 965. Maybe you have a GTX 550 card. So you're probably going to be pretty close to maxing it out anyways. So it's nice that if it has it, so you can kind of see where you compared at. Right. Now minimum, for instance, same thing. Minimum is all up here for different things. Maybe you have a really good CPU, like more than this, and maybe your graphics card is just below this. Probably play minimum, but you don't quite hit minimum. Obviously, you have really good graphics, but not the CPU matches to 6, 2 GHz Cooper, or 2 dual 2.4 GHz. Let's say you only have a 2.3 GHz. Probably gonna be able to play once you have a better than what it recommends for or minimum for graphics. So you still play it. And a lot of computers also boost. This doesn't tell you what your boost is for the computer. It just tells me 2.6 gigahertz. And I think mine boosts up to 2 point something. So it doesn't actually tell you what the boost as well. So that's something to remember. I'll try to find one. I may not. I don't know. Grand Theft Auto 5, I think, is a new PC one that's pretty demanding. Yeah, see right here, minimum recommended. I don't hit it. I hit all this, so like I said, I would hit. Hey, oh, actually, it's my CPU. Wow. See, it's an i5, which even i7 is the same. It's just hyper-thread, so it's recommending 3.2 gigahertz. I only have the 2.6. So I'm surprised that the graphics would be out. So GTX 660. Oh. So that's something to look at. 3.2 okay, i5. Even if I sell an i5, so identical. Just i7 hyper-thread again. So I have four cores, but it looks like 8. So. Really, otherwise, they're identical. But again, my 2.6 here, when my computer needs it, I believe it boosts up to like 3.5 or 3.6. So it actually does meet it, but just don't show it. But anyways, like I said, up here, my graphics is way above this. So I'm probably, I hit minimum, so I'm definitely going to play. I could probably play almost on high settings with my graphics. The other thing I do is I look up at the game and see if people say it's more of a graphics intensive game or a CPU. Like Counter-Strike's kind of more on the lean of CPU. Minimum of 9800 is Intel Core 2 quad core, which is still 4 CPU, but it's an old type quad. So i7, the i series like i5, i7s are quads, but even it's 2.6. Let's say it was 2.4, but an i7 it would still smoke, something like that. So anyways, yeah, so that's kind of a cool thing. I just looked it up. And so that's System Lab. So like I said, look at the computer and find stuff out. If you have a desktop, for instance, and your graphics card is the one that's starting to slow you down, you might go just upgrade the graphics. So, anyways, hope this video finally worked. I'll check it, and then if so, I'll post it. Alright, later.